Hello friends, Krista here. Thanks so much for stopping by Books and Jams today. I am going to be starting a quick little series of 3 videos. I have loved watching people do the highest and lowest rated books on their TBRs according to Goodreads, and couldn't wait to check out for myself what those were for me. The first step of that was creating a new shelf on Goodreads called Owned TBR so that I could catalog all of the books that I actually own that I haven't yet read, so that I could take a look and see, of the books I own, which ones are the highest and lowest rated. And so today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 highest rated fiction books on my owned TBR. So these are books that I have right here, top 10 highest rated. I didn't think it would be fair to compare books with just a really few number of people who've actually read them to books where hundreds of thousands of people have read them. So when I was looking at this list, I only took books that have more than 10,000 ratings. So more than 10,000 people have gone onto Goodreads and rated these books. And here are the top 10. I'm going to start with the lowest of these and work my way up to the highest rated books on my own TBR, and I have a theory about them, so stay tuned for that. But let's just jump right in. Coming in at number 10 with a rating of 4.3 is a book that's on my September TBR, Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I am really excited to read this book. I will be buddy reading it with Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library. I think Frederick Bachman does a fantastic job with writing characters, and I'm really excited that this is going to be read so soon. But this is number 10 on my list. Number 9 is the only children's / middle grade book that's on this list, and that is The Boy on the Wooden Box. Actually, this technically should have gone in the nonfiction pile. This is a World War II memoir of a little boy who was one of the boys on Schindler's List. So this was something I wanted to read during middle grade March and never got around to it. Now I'm even more excited to read it knowing that so many other people loved it. This had a rating of 4.35. Number 8 and number 7 both have the same rating on Goodreads, so I will just let you know they are A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. This is also going to be on my September TBR because I am going to be focusing on moving forward in series that I've started, and this is a companion novel to The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, which I absolutely loved, which also had some fantastic characters, so I'm looking forward to that in this one, even though I believe most of the characters are a little different, or minor characters in the first one, I believe, play a larger role in this one, from what I understand. But yeah, I'm excited. This had a 4.36. I think I said that already. Also at 4.36 comes number 7, and that is East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I believe this is the only classic on this list. It's also a chunker, but it's one that I've heard so much praise for here on BookTube. I'm so thrilled that I found this edition at my used bookstore. But I believe this is kind of like an all-American novel family saga. Honestly, I don't really know that much about it, but I've heard really good things, and lots of people love it. Enough that it's up there with the top ones on my unread shelf. Looking forward to that one. Number 6 is the third in a series, and here is where I'm going to tell you about my theory, but let me tell you the book first. The 6th book is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. This is the 3rd book in the Shades of Magic trilogy. I am hopefully reading the 2nd one during September, but I doubt I'll get to this one as well. This one has a 4.39, so we're moving up there, which is really high, I think. I'm really looking forward to reading these. Okay, so here is my theory. I feel like the reason that the final or later books in the series get rated higher is because tons of people read the first book, and if you don't love it, you don't continue the series. So the people who are reading the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th are people who are already invested in the series, and so their ratings are probably going to be higher. So it makes sense that the 3rd book of the series is going to keep, of a trilogy, is going to keep showing up in the highest ratings. So this is not the last 3rd book of a trilogy that you're going to see in this pile. All right, number 5 is a Jodi Picoult book. It's Small Great Things. I am really excited about this. Jodi Picoult always has books that make you question your gut reactions. She always makes you think about those snap judgments that we make all the time. And in this one in particular, there's a race issue. So there's an African-American nurse who works with the babies in this hospital, and a family who is white supremacist comes in and has a baby. The baby has a lot of health complications, and this family is refusing to allow this nurse to work on their baby. But then one night the baby goes into whatever kind of seizure or cardiac arrest or something, and this nurse is the one that's on duty. What does she do? I don't know, because I haven't read the book yet. That's why it's on my TBR shelf. Sounds like it's going to be very good. I'm sure it got lots of ratings, lots of high ratings because of its relevancy. It is rated at 4.35. So I'm a little out of order, but it's okay. It's close enough. All right, the next is the second in a series, and it is The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. I've seen the movies, and I love them. The books are a little intimidating to me. It's a well-loved series. I don't need to say much about it. Fellowship of the Ring is the first one. But see, that's the thing. Fellowship of the Ring is not on this list, and I think that's because it's the first in a series, and probably a lot of people didn't like it. So they didn't continue on with this one, and those who continued on loved it, as you'll see. Then I have How the Light Gets In by Louise Penny. This is, I believe, like number 9 or something in the Armand Gamache mystery series that she writes. I have read number 1, Still Life, and I'm reading number 2 during series September. It's called A Fatal Grace. It'll be quite a while before I get to this one, but anytime I see them for very cheap, I'm buying them. This one has 4.41. But again, it's way down in the series. People who are reading this series absolutely love it at this point. If they've committed themselves to reading 9 books, they love it. Then we have another third book in a series, The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is the third book in the Mistborn trilogy. I will be reading the second book, The Well of Ascension, during series September. You got it. But yeah, this is another very well-loved series, and one that I hope I love as much as everyone else. This one has 4.47, which is super high. I really liked the first one, and I have full intention of liking the next 2 as well. And finally, number 1, the highest rated book on my owned TBR, is the third in a trilogy. It's The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. This comes in at 4.51. This is really highly rated, really well loved, really intimidating to me. But someday, I think I'm gonna make it a goal for 2019 to read all 3, which I believe are technically all 1. I think when he first wrote it, it was one humongo book, but I'm glad it's 3. But I think that's gonna be a good goal for me for 2019. Maybe my only goal, because it's so intimidating. So there you have it, the 10 highest rated books on my owned TBR. I'm really excited to continue on with all of these that are part of a series. I think all of the series represented here are included in my September TBR. Even Beartown is going to be in my September TBR, so I'm right on the money as far as reading books that are really highly rated on my TBR. I'm excited. It should be a fantastic reading month. I would love to hear from you in the comments below if you've read any of these, if you agree with those high ratings, or if you don't think that they should have been as highly rated as they are. Maybe you're one of the ones that read the first book and did not continue with the series. That's it for me today. Let's chat in the comments below. And as always, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to see more videos from me, and stay tuned for the continuation of this series. Next, I'm going to be talking about nonfiction books that are highly rated on my TBR. I'll be talking to you in another video soon. Bye! And yeah, it's going to be good. So they didn't continue on with this one. Ooh! So there you have it. Oh. Let's put this back. Oh, golly. So there you have it. The oh, my word, Krista.